plan these Monday meditations is I often get more time on the weekend to meditate. And so on Saturday, I had a really lovely meditation where I asked to go on a 7-day retreat. So I said, how could I have a like 1 hour meditation that takes me through the stages I feel on a 7-day silent retreat? And the meditation sort of journey that followed is the journey I would like to invite you guys to do today in meditation. And one of the things that will be helpful on this guided meditation journey today for you guys to sort of bring into your mind and awareness and into your senses now actually would be, do you guys have I'm guessing that everyone here in some way has a way they connect to uh it could be a kind of inner guide, it could be a value of yours, something you really appreciate. It could be from your tradition or from religion or spirituality, kind of like for someone who's very very Christian or Jewish, it might be God. For someone who is a Buddhist, it might be the Buddha or one of the Buddhas. For someone who's not religious that way, it might be the beauty of a sunset or the value of connection or trust. So, whatever our kind of easy way to feel that, it's usually experienced like a comforting energy from behind us that has our back, that is there to take care of us. It could be a sense of your higher self, the qualities in you that really make you feel centered and present. So on around day 3 of our journey, we're going to go to a cave and we're going to sit in silence and with ourselves, and we're going to invite this guide or this energy or this value or this faith to be with us as a support as we sit with ourselves on that part of the journey. And if you don't have one, just open up to whatever sort of embodies for you beauty and wisdom and comfort and caring, and just imagine that around you. And you can imagine that the whole time, of course, but that's a point where um, I find actually on actual 7-day retreats, day 3 or 4, and this is just me, of course, not everyone has this, but day 3 or 4, I get kind of antsy and I'm like, ooh, this is getting uncomfortable. I've been silent with myself too long. I want to get out of this place. And sometimes I will literally get in my car and drive to like a mall and just look at people for a while and appreciate all those human beings. And so the cave part of our journey is that time when we've sort of settled into the meditation about 10 minutes in, and we might be feeling antsy. And that's when we call in our guide and we invite whatever is there to be experienced. So, and not that this would happen to you at all, but like, and this rarely happens for me, but during my Saturday meditation when I was doing this practice, I wept. I really cried. And I invited myself to have that letting go of emotion. So someone might laugh, someone might not have any emotional reaction at all, but having that sense of presence and support with us, if we do have an emotion during meditation that is more challenging or surprising, it's a really great way to be able to feel that support and be with ourselves through any emotional releasing or nurturing that we invite into the practice. You're in control the whole time. So let's say you did have a big emotion and you didn't want to have it. Open your eyes, go get a drink of water, dance, shake it out, do whatever you want to do. But if you want to be with it, it's really nice to have that guide there supporting you. Okay, so I think we're just going to go ahead and start. Before we do, I should really know how to do this. I'm having my words show up on my screen and I do not know how to turn that off. Um,
Off
oh,
for everyone, Mackley, or just off for you?
just off for me. I don't want to see my words.
Yes. Down at the bottom right you probably have a button that says more, or actually, if you can see the live transcript button,
Yes, yes, the live
and, the,
stream. Okay,
and then the
got it.
little arrow that points up, and
I
then
got
perfect.
it. Okay, so you guys know too, if you don't want words on your screen, hit hide subtitles, okay? Um, all right, and just taking that moment now to really allow yourself to come in to your body, into your own presence. I close my eyes, but you don't have to close your eyes to do this. If you're sitting, you may want to kind of notice your posture, see what it's like to feel your legs and your pelvis supporting you. You might want to adjust a little bit so that you can have a nice straight back, which allows more energy flow. If you're lying down, adjust yourself to be even more open and to feel your back resting on the floor or the bed. If you're standing, feel your feet firmly in the ground and feel the support of your whole back as you stand tall as you meditate. So, most people are probably sitting, but just in case, and I want everyone to honor their body and what they need during meditation. So if you need to move, you need to kind of shake it out or twist or sing, you go for it, okay? You do what you need. You take care of yourself. And I'm going to open my eyes. I'm going to just guide you to do alternate nostril breathing for about 2 minutes because this helps open our central channel energetically and balance the two sides of our body so we can be even more present for our meditation. So just closing the right nostril and breathing in through the left to the count of 4, 3, 4. Then pausing after the inhale and closing the left side and exhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing at the end of the exhale and then inhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath. Exhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath. Inhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath as you change sides, focus on your forehead a moment, and then exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go at your own pace now, inhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath as you change sides, exhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, inhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, changing sides, exhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, inhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath and bringing your awareness to your forehead. Exhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going at your own pace for 2 rounds. Allowing yourself to rest between inhale and exhale, just that pausing moment of stillness. And when you're ready, letting go of using your fingers to do alternate nostril breathing and just breathing smoothly. Noticing the way your breath would like to flow. Noticing if your inhales are long or short. Noticing the way you exhale. and just appreciating the way your body breathes. Now, we've already been beginning our meditation through our breath. Now, imagining that you are on a beautiful beach. There's a beach in Kauai, Hawaii called Hanalei Bay, where there are mountains and there's a beautiful bay of water and there are trees for shade. And if you'd like to imagine you're there, you can, or you can imagine you're somewhere else. That's very nurturing, very soothing and grounding for you. And as you follow your breath, just imagine that you're in this place and you're connecting to the ground of this place in nature. You might feel that it's solid below you or soft. And just imagining that, bringing all your senses into your experience. And imagining at the base of your tailbone, your sits bones, your hips, that there is a wonderful root system that goes down into the earth, grounding you and connecting you with Mother Earth, feeling the support of the earth, imagining this energy that comes from the earth into your body, and knowing that the earth can also receive and absorb any energy that you wish to release or give to earth to be nurtured or purified or helped. And bring your attention to of your breath down into your lower belly. Allow yourself to say hello to yourself inside. You may want to ask, how are you? Noticing the body's reaction, bringing your breath as a healing, kind friend that nurtures your body, your spirit, your mind. And as often happens on the first day of a retreat, you may notice your mind. You may notice thoughts, feelings, sensations in the body. And this is great. This is what meditation is. We notice these different channels and we notice what is noticing. So as you tune in and become aware of any thoughts or feelings or sensations, gently ask, who is this that notices my thinking? Who or what is this that notices the sensations or the feelings in my body? And allow yourself to notice without needing to follow or over attach to anything that arises. Just allowing those thoughts to blow through like a gentle breeze. You may want to bring that imagining of being in the shade on the beach, feeling the strength of the mountains, listening to the gentle flow of the water. Perhaps there are birds or songs of the wind or children playing. There may even be music in the distance. And you can be here on in this place in nature wherever you choose and be aware of this that can hear the thought or feeling or the image and be aware that there is also this sense of being more than any thought, any feeling, any image, and it can pass through easily, coming with your noticing and then releasing without even trying to release. Entering day 2 of your retreat, you begin to be aware of the way you walk as you meditate, feeling the ground, noticing the beauty of the place you're in. You may notice an even greater sense of this presence that witnesses thoughts, feelings, images inside of you. And allowing yourself to deepen into day 2 of feeling your presence right now. An energy within, around you, a very safe and present quality that you have, that you breathe with. And if anything shows up needing your attention, just allowing yourself to take a deep breath right into that place or thought or feeling, and a full exhale, allowing any unwinding, releasing as you deepen retreat in yourself in this journey. You let go, and this might feel like a gentle flow, the unwinding, the opening, the relaxing. However you experience it is just right. So just allow. You may want to repeat the word for yourself, allow. And allowing metaphors from nature that help you to be and allow. This could be the sense of water as it comes in as a tide and it goes back out to the sea. This could be the gentle song of a bird or many birds or crickets. This could be the quality of the sun or the moon. Just allowing and allowing this allowing to come to you in different ways. On day 3 of retreat, we enter a cave. In this cave or room, however you imagine it, there's a even deeper quiet and stillness, a coolness in the air. You may notice the rocks of the cave, or there might be a gentle flow of water like a little creek, or other things in your cave that only you know. And as you deepen into the stillness of being fully with yourself, allowing the darkness of the cave to be a helper, inviting your guide or your values, your faith, whatever feels right, allowing that here now to surround you as you sit in this cave, being with yourself for just a little while now in quiet. And being with your guide, feeling safe, protection, security, knowing that this can allow you to go even more close to yourself, like a journey into your heart, into your body, into your being, letting your breath help you. You may find a long inhale or a very long exhale there. And in this cave, you notice a beautiful light, like a star that's shining there in the cave. And if you wish, you invite that light to be experienced by you, maybe somewhere in your face area or your head or your back, inviting that star into or around you, however feels right. Feeling the star's light and kindness, direction, a gift for you in this time of real closeness to yourself. The star is here and will show you, will guide you. You may feel it like a pattern of energy around you or like a brilliance filling you. And with the support of your guide and your star, you imagine standing up and walking out into the daylight, feeling the sun and knowing that it's time to climb or walk or run up a mountain. Finding that place either in Kauai, in a beautiful, lush forest that you begin to climb with views of the ocean, or it could be somewhere else in the world that you imagine climbing up this mountain. There are moments of feeling the sun's heat and allowing that fire of the sun to melt and release any residues of energies or experiences that you wish to let go of, to burn off, to be free of. As you imagine hiking up this mountain, breathing as you hike, feeling your breath carry out of you anything that needs to be released. And just breathe now with long exhales from the mouth. When you reach a beautiful place to look out at the gorgeous landscape from the mountain or the top of the mountain, take a moment to appreciate and to feel the expansion of the view. Now, day 5 of the retreat is about to begin, where you invite a bird or some method of flying. It could be an airplane or a kite or something else, inviting that sense of gliding with the wind as the bird or the flying something that you are. Maybe you fly, whatever it is, inviting that sense of freedom with the air to glide and soar and go through the valleys, seeing the rivers, noticing homes and treetops, and finding a particular tree or space. It could be something other than a tree where you wish to land. And as you land, feeling that sense of being home, settled, noticing what is it to feel home, settled in yourself right now. Are you are you a bird sitting on a tree? Are you a person in a chair? Is it just something else, like a being with yourself closely and just noticing and allowing this coming home? Day 6 of retreat. There's a river that flows to the ocean, and in this river, you see dolphins. And if you're not a fan of dolphins, instead, you see a boat. Either way, you choose to be with the dolphins or to ride on the boat, and you go through the river, through the beautiful landscape, noticing flowers and plants, colors, and you safely glide through the water, through the river to the ocean. Being with your body, being with the elements of water, air, sun, earth, space. As you meet the ocean, the river joins the ocean. And here you enter day 7 of your retreat, where you are one with the ocean. This may be in your boat, this may be with the dolphins, and this may be just as you are feeling that sense of expansive blue, grounded water, flowing and being one, sensing the sky, feeling the ease of the connection, the joy of the being, and sitting with whatever that means for you, that oneness, and breathing. Letting go of any imagining. Coming into your center, feeling that cord of light like roots going down into the earth, allowing earth to support you, and feeling the grounding connection of earth as you are one with ocean and sky and sounds and ease of being. Inviting any messages or sense of grace or divine presence, love, connection into yourself, and inviting it out into the world. This might feel like a waterfall or a sprinkle of stardust, or just a very calm, kind voice that says, "You are loved." Breathe fully, breathe and connect. Exhale completely, letting your exhale just let go of anything that's unneeded, releasing. And as you inhale, filling up with energy and joy and strength, and exhale and letting go, unwinding, releasing, inhaling and filling up. When you're ready, opening your eyes, you may want to shake your hands a bit, wiggle your fingers, look around you. We'll turn the chat back on. And I'm very curious about how that meditation went for everybody. I'd love to hear your shares, your questions, or any parts more of a challenge or easier. Jen, there we go. Did it unmute you? Great.
Absolutely. Hi, Magli. Hi, everybody. Always beautiful, and always beautiful to be in your presence, Magli. I just love it. So thank you, number one. What I really notice is, unlike you getting, like you needed to break out on day 3, I needed to break out before the end of day 1. And by day 3, I was feeling better. And what came to mind for me during day 1 is, like if those balloons, like the cheapy balloons that are the small $2 latex ones, and then you have those supersized, huge, like game controllers or cupcakes. And I just kept thinking that, how much more air can they pump into these huge, like $15 balloons? And that's how I felt my belly was, like, how much more air can I hold?
Interesting.
And that's what really I've noticed, is that I hold my breath. And as the journey went on, I was aware of just breathing and releasing the breath more and more. But I've noticed that even in daily life, just taking out the trash,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh my God, just you're holding, just I forget to breathe. And so uh, this made me more
So
peaceful as the days went on.
that's a really great sign of your presence, Jen, that you're aware when you're holding your breath. So in that moment that you become aware that you're holding your breath, I know it can be tricky, but that's a moment to actually congratulate yourself, like that you became aware and you can really take a nice deep breath or exhale or whatever you need to do. But before you didn't notice, right?
Not at all. And then I find, like, why do I feel anxious inside? And all of a sudden I'm like, you're just not breathing. You're literally not breathing.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I'm so happy that you're aware of this and doing it. So wonderful. Yeah.
What does it mean? Anything in particular when we hold it? I mean, anxiety maybe, or what do you think?
Well, supposedly we all hold our breath quite often. And and so when you bring in practices with breathing, and I know as a musician, and you've probably done a lot with your breath, so you know how to do very deep breathing, right? Diaphragm, like you've been trained in that, right?
Yes, I'm more of
Yeah.
a pianist, but
Oh,
yes, I,
that's right,
I,
not a
yes, I
singer.
know I took
Yeah.
voice lessons. It didn't really help.
Okay. Okay.
For the piano. But
Yeah.
yes, I know what you mean.
Um, okay. Well, I don't like have any kind of how do I put it? All I can say is it's great that you're aware of it and we all do it. I read a study that actually measured how often people hold their breath when looking at their phone. So
Mhm.
usually when we're paying attention to something, whatever it is, we stop breathing. We actually like, I mean, we obviously are going to breathe again because we're humans and we breathe all the time, but we seem to do shallow breathing or to hold our breath at moments of concentration. So it's moments of greater relaxation that let us become really aware of that rhythm of the breath. So I think the more you can do it in your day just for 1 minute, like when I do my dishes, I notice my breathing, or before I drive my car or something else, just taking those breaks to breathe
Okay,
helps that awareness really be there all the time.
thank you.
Absolutely. There's a great book by Thich Nhat Hanh I'm thinking of. I think it's called Peace is Every Step. And he talks a lot about finding reminders in our day to just take that moment of awareness and mindfulness, whether it's with our breath or with our heart, whatever it is. Or what I do now is I do the grounding cord. What I realize, or realize, well, yeah, constant process, how often I'm not really grounded. I'm kind of in a more expanded state, whether I'm into work or into walking, whatever it is, it's like I can easily sort of go out of my body a bit. And so focusing on that grounding connection to earth, I've been doing it consciously like every hour. And it has been so helpful to me. So everyone's different what they need as a reminder. Um, all right. I want to call on everyone. Tanya,
Hi.
hi, how are you?
Oh, I feel wonderful. So I'm just laughing at myself. And I also just want to thank you. You do such a great job at structuring the meditation, which I need for my analytical brain. It's just like my left brain. But then the beauty of the descriptive words of how you bring us to these beautiful different places and the experiential piece of it. I'll be honest, I'm such a note taker. I was like trying to stay in a meditative state and take notes. Take it. I can't control it. I have to take a few. I'm like, that is so good. So I write a little, but I'm like, but don't lose that feeling. But it was so beautiful. And I really appreciate your ability to structure it. Like day one is this, day two. But it was just lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. And I have to say, it was my meditation guides that gave me that structure.
I was
So
going to ask that also, just do you come up with these meditations completely on your own and your
yeah, in meditation.
is
So
it true?
I open up to guides in meditation,
Wow.
and usually if I'm having my own sort of, often my meditations are boring. They're just sitting there being present, nothing's happening. But usually on the weekend before Monday comes, something shows up as some kind of structure, and I've become more aware that um I honestly don't know if this is from a guide or from within, or I don't try to know where it's coming from, but just,
Mhm.
okay, this seems like a good thing to share on Monday's meditation. And then after the meditation, I take notes of what kind of the structure was. And I don't share everything, obviously. Like, so when I did that meditation for myself, I actually swallowed the star. I was
Mm,
like the star went into my mouth and I swallowed it down into my body. And then
yeah.
I felt it very clearly in different energy centers, but I didn't want to make that kind of suggestion, right? So I want to
Yeah.
keep the suggestions sort of easy for people to go with.
Yeah. Well, it
Yeah.
was perfect. I
I'm
loved
glad. And by the way,
if
you don't
you
have
could
to
put up.
stop and take notes. You can just hit live transcript and you'll get the transcript.
Oh,
So if
great. Okay.
anyone does want the transcript of the meditation, just hit live transcript, and it can be nice to read. I do read other people's meditations and my own. Like I like to read meditations. I find
Mhm.
that they put me in the mood to meditate. So
How do we get that after we,
just on your screen at the bottom of your Zoom screen, it should say live transcript. There's like a CC symbol.
can
And
we to download to look
yeah,
at later?
and then you have the option to download it.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I can just stay in my sense of being in the moment.
But what's good, really good to do as a practice, and I am not very good at this, so I say this to myself too as advice. Write down notes after you meditate. Whenever you meditate on your own or with a guided meditation, it doesn't matter. Take a few notes for yourself, like your own meditation journal of what that was like for you, because
Yes.
you get images and experiences that have nothing to do with my guidance. So what
Mm.
your experience is much more important. So it's good to, and I really do give this advice to myself because I rarely do that. I rarely journal unless I think it's something that I should share with the group. I don't keep a journal, but I'm always telling myself it would be good to keep more notes.
Yeah. Because we lose right after. We're in that
Yeah,
right state.
exactly.
Right after the meditation, we have these insights. But yes, we need to document. Thank you. Good advice.
Absolutely.
Thank
Great.
you.
Yes. And two more hands, and we're going to go to both of you. Now, the one with the adorable little girl next to you. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Not so little. I'm sure you're quite grown up there. What did you
Yeah,
guys think?
she's 9.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful meditation. And I have a question about how I have difficulties to see pictures in my mind when I'm closing my eyes, and I wonder you have any good advice how I can think or how I can practice to more abstract thinking.
Yeah. Well, I will give you some practices to do, but it's also important to notice the way you do sense. So do you sense more in your body or like sounds or thoughts? Tell me about your experience.
Yeah, if I really doing it very deep, then I can, for example, feel it more in my body,
Yeah.
the pain or like the heat or the cold. But I would like to see more details in my mind and more forms and yeah.
So I think it's wonderful that you feel it in your body. So a lot of people who see everything don't feel it in their body.
Oh.
So it's a very good thing to be able to experience it really in an embodied way, kinesthetically and through temperature. One thing you can do though, if you, because I know we all want to open up all our senses, right? I'm also more kinesthetic. I don't see a lot of visuals, and sometimes I want to more. So one thing to do is to, when you are feeling something, like let's say you're feeling it like a warmth in your shoulders or something, ask yourself, so how would this be as an image? What does it remind me of? Is
Oh,
it
okay.
like a warm fire? And just really, you bring your mind in and ask those questions, and then just notice what you get. And it might just be a blip. It might not, it might be through words, not through sight, but you're getting better at translating one experience into another kind of sensory experience.
Mm,
Now you can do
it's
that
good.
with colors, and it'd be fun to
Yeah.
teach your daughter, like think about blue. And we can all do this right now as an experiment. Close our eyes and think about blue. And what comes to you as words or feelings or images? Blue. For some, it might be a blue sky. For someone else, a blue ball. For someone else, the earth in space with all the water of earth. What shows up when you think blue? And just give it like 30 seconds to notice. And if it's a feeling in the body, perfect. Notice how blue is a feeling in the body. So tell me what your experience was like.
It was like the ocean. I saw the ocean and the ice, and I felt a little bit cold.
Good, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, that's a very full experience, whether you think it or see it, but then kinesthetically you become aware of that. And so
Yeah.
that's really great. How about you? How was it for you?
I saw the sky and the moon.
And the
Not
moon,
the moon.
that's great. And the younger you are, the more people usually have a superpower of imagination. So that's part of being a great meditator, is to really know that the younger we are, it's often easier to open our imagination.
I have one more question. It's about how long, how long time is it a good meditation, or how many times? Do you have any
Yeah,
rules
well,
for
I'll
that?
give you an analogy. This is a photography analogy. You know what the best camera in the world is?
No.
It's the one you use.
Hmm.
The one you take pictures with. So if the best meditation time is the one you'll actually practice. So if it's 5 minutes, do it 5 minutes a day. If you can work up to 20 minutes, great. One of the things that happens is that when we kind of fall in love with meditating and we really enjoy it, we want to sit for longer. And that'll happen naturally. Usually, like what's recommended classically is like 20 minutes, because it gives you time to kind of get uncomfortable and stay there. So I, like when my kids were young, what I used to do was drive to pick them up at school, and I would park the car, and just that was my meditation time. I was in the car. I had to be at that place for 20 minutes. And I was always first in line. So I was the first one in line to pick up the kids because I was meditating. So if there's something in your day, whether it's like before you go to bed or right when you wake up, that you can make it like a habit for 5 minutes at first and then build up, perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Even 1 minute. Okay, let's go to Caroline. I don't know how to say your name correctly. Carolina?
Yes, that's correct. Carolina.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So there were several moments when I felt really comfortable, but especially when you made us land on a tree, because you took me back to a sacred mountain that I went to last year, the beginning of the year, in the north of Colombia. Is an Indian sacred mountain where I planted something very dear to me. I just put it on that tree that I chose back then. And you just took me back there. So I had my little tears. It was very overwhelming. I loved it. I loved going back there and feeling the piece of me that is right there. And I just thank you so much for that. It was really, really, really nice. I also wanted to thank you because I love meditating and I've been doing it for some time now. And I just take what it gives me. But I have to admit that I'm not very good at grounding, for example. I don't feel um, energies or anything. It's very nice and I feel great and I keep doing it and I love doing it for a long time. I need it. I love it. But actually, after you made us feel the several elements of our planet,
Yeah.
then at the end, when you suggested us to ground, then I actually felt easier to ground. I felt, it felt like something different. So
Yeah.
that was amazing. Thank you for
Good.
that as well.
Oh, I'm
I
so
like to end. Yeah, that was really, really nice. So yeah,
glad.
wanted to share that.
Ah, perfect. Was there something else you were gonna say? No?
Well, I had some tapping earlier today. I wanted to try that.
Yeah.
I'm in Spain on my way to France where I live, back from Colombia where my family is, because I have COVID and I just found out a couple of days ago. I feel fine. I'm asymptomatic, otherwise I wouldn't have taken that plane.
Right.
Of course. So I'm in a place where people are really, really nice. And I do feel kind of a cyanosis feeling inside my head, which is the only thing that I feel, that it's fine. But for the first time in 3 days, after all the stress and everything, and after the tapping and after this meditation, I just feel awesome.
Good. All
thanks.
right. Well, I'm sending you wishes for quick. I know it's easy for you, just quick total recovery. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And Mario. Hello.
Hello, Magali. Thank you to having this space. I'm from Peru. I'm used to meditate daily also. I'm very into the energy world also. And I really wanted just to say thank you to you to have this space. It's the first time I reached to have this moment. I've been trying for several weeks, but always the work. But
Yeah.
now I have been able to do it, and I'm very, very glad and very thankful to you to allow this moment for me. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you
I
very much.
am so glad. Welcome to the community. And, we do this every Monday at different times. It's usually either 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. or our 2 times California time. But, it also, the videos are up on Facebook, at Coaching Institute Facebook. Jeremy or Moon, our 2 team members, they already added the link there. So you guys know that you can get those. There's also a energy, I'm so bad, I forget the name of the group. There's like an energy healing group we have there on Facebook for anyone to join.
That
So
would be very nice.
yeah, if any of
Fantastic.
you
They're
guys,
very into that.
yeah,
I'm going to look for that then. Thank you
okay,
very much.
perfect. And I just wanted everyone to know that kind of the reason for me for doing this group is not just to guide meditation, it's to give everyone who wants to have the opportunity to share their kind of more mystical side or whatever side, just to have a safe space where we can share with each other and validate each other and support each other and never try to make someone be more like us. So one of the sort of qualities that I want to bring into the coaching world and into meditation more and energy world is this acceptance of our differences and our way of being with our own spirituality and making it okay to be ourselves and just that deep self-acceptance and acceptance of others. So that's sort of my reason for this. I wanted to share that. And we have 2 more hands, which I'm super happy about. Patty, and then we'll go to Francione. Patty, are you there?
I'm
Hi, hello, in a car.
Well, I started on day 1 in a chair by the sun, and along came a bee. There was a baby
Patty,
black
I'm
widow, and then a
sorry.
bee came. So,
Patty, we don't hear you very well. It must be something with your connection. Will you share in the chat? I would love to read your share. I'm sorry
I
about
will.
that
I
connection.
will.
Okay.
I will.
I did
Oh, wait,
just
now we
pause.
hear
Love
you
to
better.
all.
Yeah, I paused your video there, Patty, so we can hear you better now.
Okay, yes, my video. That's why I keep it off, because I can't hear you guys either. So we got better connection and new phones and everything's worse. What can you say? But I want to tell you thank you for Maggly Mondays with you. I love them. And I started the meditation in the chair with a baby spider, and then that bee, here he is again, right? He chased me to the car. He started over there, I came to the car, he chased me here, and he just came to say hello, I'm still here. So I came to the car and got going again, and then my feet and my legs started vibrating like a bee, and I had to massage him, going, okay, hello. And then the star went into my third eye, so perhaps there could be some help there, thank you. And there was more, but that he interrupted my thought there.
How
Oh, the
wonderful
dolphins
to
were
have the
amazing.
star. How wonderful to have the star in your third eye.
Oh, I love that. It was like a guide, a seeing guide or something. And then the dolphins were amazing. That water, oh my goodness. So I just jumped in there and swam with them right out to that beautiful blue water. No, it was fabulous. I love you. I thank you so much. It's just such a delight to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing. And we can all use that reminder that when we want to, we can imagine that star in our third eye.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. And Francione, am I saying your name? I know I'm not saying it well. Please correct me.
All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys today. And my name is, how to pronounce it, is Francione.
Francione.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
How to spell it? It's Magali.
Magali. Yes, Magali.
It's been amazing. Thank you very much. For the first time, I tried to meditate last year with friends, and really, I couldn't really concentrate or breathe at all. But today was like such a blessing. I could breathe, and my imagination just flowed, and I could even touch the water, and it was something wow. Never had this experience. And I know that when we connect with each other, this happened. So I connected. I felt good even with the whole group. I saw so many people that like really connect, really try the best that they could to meditate and to concentrate. And I'm so glad that this happened. So that was my first time here. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. And one thing that I'm learning in meditating, learning about meditation is that, despite of our difference, we can really connect. And I felt connected with you guys this morning. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Wonderful. And what a good reminder that this is also really about connection. Yes. And with each other. And hello, Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey? I don't see your name today. It only says iPad, but I think I know.
No, oh yeah, it does. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, but it does. My name today is iPad. I'm glad to meet you.
Okay, hello, iPad.
Yeah, I'm glad to meet you. But you need to put out a bumper sticker. I cured road rage by meditation.
Okay, I
yeah.
road rage.
Yeah, by meditation. There might be more people in the ditch wrecked, but there'll be less people on the highway with road rage.
I think that's true. If we all meditate, there would not be so much road rage.
Yeah. And the lady, she brought up my dolphins. Can't be the dolphin. No. But no.
Did you
Good
enjoy
stuff.
the dolphin part?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat dolphins.
Can't beat dolphins.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree.
Have you ever swam with the dolphins?
I have when I was very
Yeah.
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Okay.
I actually almost died swimming out to the dolphins. So
Oh.
I have a good dolphin story. At around age 18, my girlfriend and I swam out in Maryland and the coast. I guess it was,
Right.
I don't know what state it was, but over there we swam out to get to the dolphins we saw, and we didn't realize how far we had swum out, and we were 18, but we lost all our energy. We had no
Right.
energy to swim back, but we did make it to where the dolphins were. And my girlfriend really, she was very bright. I was ready just to say, okay, goodbye life, that was fun, here I go. But my girlfriend said what we're supposed to do is float on our back until we get the energy to swim again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what we did, and we swam back.
Or if you have a shirt on, you can take your shirt off and tie a knot in one end and just collect the air.
Oh, see, learn something new. Okay, yeah. So those dolphins are powerful. Sorry for the side there. Yeah.
Well, when the Olympics were here in Savannah, the sailing regatta, all the people out from Swiss and Germany and all, every time they see a dolphin, they just bail out of the boats right onto by the dolphins.
Wow.
Because they thought it was just great. Because they don't see them over there.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, well, good.
But I enjoyed the meditation. It was good. I got my feet grounded. I got my arms above my head, and got my eyes on everything. So it was great.
Good. Happy to have you here always.
Yeah. It's good to talk to you. Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
And Mary, hello. How are you?
Hi. I'm actually doing quite well right now. I battle from physical limitations right now, and I'm trying to delve into finding and discovering better and more holistic approaches for pain management. Just because I feel that medication can be more harmful in the long run. If you can find a holistic approach, it's better. And so the experience, I'm not really very familiar with meditation. I've dabbled in it a couple of times, but it's never been really long. So the length of it was just different for me.
Yeah.
But my body completely left. It's like my soul separated itself from my body, my physical being, and the senses that I had in the relief was just, I can't put it into words, but it's something that I'm going to implement now, because the pain that I have right now in my spinal column, in my neck, and in my eye I've been in physical therapy, but this was a totally different approach. Thank you. I'm just so grateful and blessed by this.
So glad. I'm so glad you did this and that it was helpful. I have had pretty bad back injuries where had huge amounts of pain, and I also went to physical therapy. And I
hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Well, anyways, I have found it incredibly helpful for pain management as well, and for healing. Do you guys hear me now? Yeah? Okay. So
I hear pieces.
Mary, we're having a little interruption with hearing you, but please type in.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. There's like a delay. I don't know what's going on exactly. Veronica? Veronica, are you there?
Yes, thank you.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing really, really good after this meditation. And I have a question, Magali. I also lead meditations, and I meditate very often, and I always get insights about my relationship. I'm actually going through a breakup, and I get just memories of like what I could have done better, or things that like how I see it and how I get along with my ex. Like I felt like, because we're both very spiritual, we connect at a soul level, and so we just have so much love for each other at a soul level. But when it comes to like practicality and like like the society roles, he has a little bit of a hard time adjusting to it, because he's so against like what's happening in the world today. And so he in a way is limiting himself, and he won't get help either. So he's putting himself in a very, very limited situation. And the part of me that loves him at a soul level, I accept him and fully unconditionally love him. And then the other part is like, he's decided to go on his own journey, because he sees that, you know, we're not growing together, and he's just not willing to grow with me. And so it's been very tense. So like, how could I like let go of all of this? Like, it seems like a battle inside my mind, and I can't even enjoy meditations. It's like all these memories are just like there.
So I think often, I don't know for you, but often a part of the loving separation process is the way you are with those memories. So the feeling you have as you experience those memories, if it's possible to give yourself even more kindness as you remember, so that you are unconditionally loving to yourself as you have those memories show up. I don't know if something you might ask in your meditation to kind of be shown, how can I be really loving to myself when I have um, kind of flashbacks from the relationship? And on another level, you may want to try, Veronica, when you think of him and the relationship, and knowing that it's your gift to have this love and to know this higher level, right? That's a huge gift you have. But to also check into the channel of energy where he may or he may not have. I'm not saying this happened, but if there's anywhere in your energy body where you feel that he's sort of attached on or is hanging on, often for people it's the solar plexus. They attach onto people kind of right below the ribs, above the belly button. And just to imagine that gently releasing. Sometimes we can imagine it like a tube that's sort of being released. There's so many metaphors, but just if you imagine that releasing of any unhealthy attachment to you that he might have, or any unhealthy attachment to him that you might have, and lovingly make that energy separation, wishing him well, his own healing journey, maybe imagining his higher self taking care of him, or whatever his belief system is. How would that be for you? I'm just curious.
Yeah, the thing is that I've done the card coding already so many times, and yeah, it's just I definitely know there's been unhealthy attachment as well.
Yeah.
And just it's just very recent as well. It's just been a month that we haven't seen each other, and just like the fact that I just have all this love for him, and that I know he loves me in the same soul level. That's the hardest part, that to let go of, because
Yeah.
I just like I've been going out with other friends. For example, yesterday I went on a long hike with this friend, and like he likes me, and then I just can't see myself with anyone else. It's just,
And that's okay right now. I think it's important to give yourself that permission to take your time, and that everyone's time for this period of separation is different. So don't expect yourself to jump into emotions for someone else right away. I also think, and this might not sound like the unconditionally loving Magali that teaches meditation. This is going to sound a little different, okay? I'm bringing a little more energy here of discernment and the coach, and it sounds like you have very valid, good reasons for knowing that this separation is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So if there's any other memories that you're not letting yourself experience or think about that help with the separation, I would empower those. Sometimes it's easier to go into our unconditional higher self loving than to be discerning and to know that this person was not good for us. That can be easier sometimes. And and I know it's not easy when you feel love and that love is not being met. That's not easy. But I'm guessing because you're such a loving person, it's also hard to notice other emotions towards him. And so I would just encourage you to notice all the emotions and to allow yourself to feel fully empowered in knowing what you really deserve in every aspect of your life, not just at the soul level, but the practical level, the social level, the professional level, that you deserve to have a partner that supports you in your values and your life. And sometimes that means we have to get a little bit mad at the other person to separate. And that a little bit of I never encourage anger, but sometimes there's a kind of form of anger that lets us create very clear boundaries. So I would maybe ask in meditation, what do I need to facilitate this moving into the next phase of my life? What do I need? It may not be cutting of cords. It may be something else, like empowering a new value or a knowing.
Yeah. When I think of that, I just want to take off. I want to like go somewhere for 2 months and just like not be here. Just take a vacation or something.
Well, and if you can't do that in like the real world, you can't take off for 2 months, think of other ways you give yourself that space and time.
Yeah.
Like no pressure to date, or what is really recharging, like a vacation to do on the weekends. So I would trust that need you have for a vacation.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good talking to you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Take care.
It helped so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hi, and Fremsu? I did not say that right, so please correct me.
Yes, Przemysl. Hi, Magali. So I'm grateful. Is the connection all right?
Yes.
So I'm grateful we have the connection, and for you giving us a topic to ponder that we can expand our awareness, how to perceive our reality. And in the meditation process, it feels all right if we can just become and come to the one line with all the flow of the instructions you are lovingly giving us. And when I had a thought that is contrary to what I want to fill the meditation with, and it's not only in the meditation, it's in life in general, then I feel clearly that the Holy Spirit doesn't agree with the bad thought. So I feel it's bad. And every time in that moment, it takes the beauty of life away. And I would like to be on the wave in the meditation as you are guiding us through. But it's not possible to pretend that if there is a bad thought, that it is all right, because it isn't. And as you were guiding us through that, we have thoughts and we can observe, and we could become aware of what it is that observes the thoughts, then it is our conscience, or at the end, it is the last judge. And the last judge is always truthful. So that is the right perspective. And I want to be in line with the right perspective. I want to be, when I'm going to be judged, I want to be in line, in total line with the judge. And I don't want to have the bad thoughts. So the simple question here is offered: how can we become one if we know we want to be in the flow of the good thoughts, and every time a bad thoughts emerges, it's that we know we don't want that thought. If we know what we want and it's still not been it, how do we become just one with the last judge, with one of that analyzes the thoughts, if we are clear on our outcome?
I think I get it. Yeah, I think I get it. So one of the ways of relating to the negative thoughts or painful thoughts is that when you notice I am more than that thought is showing up in a bigger space of my consciousness, then you're already approaching that thought with your higher self, with your loving self. And that approach to it actually usually softens and disintegrates, or like the negative thought will weaken and evaporate, because what we're surrounding it with is our witness consciousness, or our loving self, or it could be your connection to God or to the universe. And that, so it's like that attitude towards even the negative thoughts, which we all have. We all have them. We have about 70,000 thoughts a day. And some of them are painful or negative or mean or jealous or angry or spiteful, all those bad things, because we're humans. And so how do we, in that moment of noticing that painful thought, notice it from that more unity perspective? And so that becomes the question, not judging our negative thought, but being able to enter that bigger consciousness. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
And then naturally, those negative thoughts have less power. They go away much more quickly. They evaporate. And yet sometimes we have to have those thoughts to protect ourselves, or to judge, to be discerning in a positive way. So I think one of the things meditation is doing for us as a practice is it's allowing us to soften a grip on whatever we're perceiving as being one way. And so the new perception, when you're able to witness that it's just one thing showing up in a much vaster landscape of who you are. So it's like, I am this vast open space. This jealous thought arises. I'm not that. I'm this openness where it shows up and where it vanishes. And so then you're aligning with that unity consciousness in yourself. Does that make sense? It doesn't really make sense. It's more of an experience. So it's okay if it doesn't make mental sense.
And as to the specific feelings towards the bad thoughts, should we have a feeling towards that thought that we should abhor the bad thoughts, or just ignore them and take no notice? You said in the last a couple of conversations ago about a healthy level of anger. Can you remember a few minutes ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
towards the unwelcome thought, should we feel abhorrence, if that is the right word, or resistance, or just rather ignore it and feel nothing towards the thoughts that we don't have?
I can only say what works for me. Everyone has to figure out what works for themselves. So what works for me is a little song I do or a little prayer. So when I notice the negative thought, instead of wanting it to go away or bringing up anger towards it, instead I have my little song I sing, and that like brings in the resources, I think, of kindness, and it floods me with enough love that that negative thought really can't swim. It really can't. It can't take hold in a negative way because I've brought in my resource of kindness. So, you know, I have the Buddhist prayer, Om Mani Padme Om. Someone else might, uh, you know, have a prayer from their religion or a song they love or something else, or they tap or they shake it out, you know, but we do something to release that and bring in more of our truth. Now, it can also be another practice is to actually say, I give myself permission to be angry. I give myself permission to feel whatever it is, pride, jealousy, envy, whatever the negative emotion is behind the thought. For a moment, I'm giving myself permission and I'm going to just totally love myself through this. And I'm going to exhale it. So we are releasing it, but in a loving way instead of a judgmental way. Because usually if we get mean, it builds, it wants to argue with us. But if we say, I see you, I hear you, and I love myself, and I love the good in the world, then that negative thought tends to just sort of lose power.
Yeah, so always being aware of the reality in a loving way, to lovingly expel the bad thoughts and to experience only the good fully.
Yeah, and the reality, I mean, for me anyways, the reality is there's on a certain level, there's no more good or bad. So it comes and it goes, and the brain just thinks, like when you think of all the worries we have, they're not really real, right? Like, have you ever, I'm sure many of you have had worries that aren't really your worries, they aren't really true, but they come and they churn up emotion or thoughts. But when we realize, okay, that's just one of 70,000 thoughts today, I don't need to give it a lot of attention. I can just breathe in my resources, sing my song, whatever it is, feel my body, ground my energy. It helps it helps in that releasing, because it's easy to say, I'm going to release the thought, but it's not so easy to do. So that's why if we actually do something with our body, with our breathing, with our emotions, it becomes easier to expel that in a sense. Thank you for bringing up this very deep topic. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah, very important. Very important. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Sky.
Yes.
Hello.
Magali,
How
can
are
you hear me?
I do. Hello.
Yes, yeah. First, thank you. Thank you for this lovely experience. Usually I do meditation by myself. This is my second time to do group meditation.
Yeah.
And amazingly, it's create a new experience for me in a weird and funny way. All right, here's my story.
Okay.
Okay, so first I would like, usually when I come in deeply in my meditation, I blessed enough, to stay routed really good. What I mean by that is when I stay routed, I would let my senses do its own thing.
Yeah.
So I would let my right ear listen to your instruction, but I don't follow you. Okay, because I didn't follow you. It's kind of challenge, you know. It's kind of because I love challenge. So I would let my ear listen to what you say, but I go into my own world. So my inside, I would like divide different places like islands and stuff. So what by doing that, I feel a very strong tensions. It's coming from both of my side, from my hip. It's like a river coming from my left side and my right side.
Yeah.
It's energy. It's like golden, silvery energy. And from here, from my heart, going down to my solar plex, it's another river. So there are three river, the three-way river. It's
Yeah.
connect. Yeah, it's connect and right to the center of my intuition solar plex. And it's feel amazing. And I don't know. My question is, this is not my first time experiencing that. From last week, it's the same, but it didn't stop after the meditation session stopped. It's going on for like another hour and a half, another hour or two. So my question is, what happened? What happened there? What happened there? And
Well,
but
I can give you, I mean, I can give you from my own experience what I relate it to, but I don't know if that's really what happened for you, but I'll do my best to give you some, you know, whatever I can share. So,
yes.
I don't know how much you know about like the subtle energy body and meridians. But like in the chakra system taught in yoga, you know, there's like 7 sort of basic chakras, but there's way more meridians and energy channels around our physical body and in our physical body. These energy rivers or flows are not tied to actual physical matter. They're in the subtle energy realm. And when you open up because you're ready, because your spiritual evolution is at that point of experiencing those energy flows, then the way I relate to them is that that energy is a teacher and a healer.
Uh-huh.
And so you're sensing it. And if you want to stop sensing it, you can, and I can give you some tools for
No,
that.
I'm not stopping
You're
it.
not stopping it.
It's really good.
So, you know, there's such a beauty and a incredible healing that comes with that, I think. And for each person, it's different. So I just embrace it and love it. And also, when you need to like go to work or do something else, know that you can ask the energy to find its rightful place, ground yourself with earth, and also be able to change channels to be, you know, your human self doing what you have to do.
Yes. During my meditation technique, I do like 3-way of meditation. It's passive meditation, active meditation, and meditation in nature. And yeah, well, I this is what I'm doing a lot. Why that happened? Like I hold in my breath. I hold in my breath through the challenge, and it's like create the I don't know what's it called, but it's like I can feel my another layer of energy.
Yes.
If you know, like it's like a Pac-Man games. There's a circle with the mouth, and you know, yeah. And I'm blessed enough. I'm lucky enough to eat the that magic cherry, and I get expand, and I come back like you know to eat, you know, all the energy. It's like that. My energy capacity is like expanding, and I never thought in myself, you know, that group meditation can bring me that higher experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
what a
Yeah.
beautiful metaphor. Okay, I used to play Pac-Man like the best, so I really know about that. And when you feel that expansion, that superpower, that is your energy body being experienced in its fullness. And it can feel like we are giants, like literally like we have expanded out. And it's because you're no longer confined to the, like in Ayurveda, they call it the physical body, or like the body made of food. You're beyond that now. You've entered into the bliss body. And so, yeah, so just, you know, enjoy that. And I like to also, to help sort of ground it, to come back to your caring heart for all people in the world. So once
Yes.
you have an experience like that, then also include others and send out your wishes for wellness to the world. So then that energy, that bliss body, it's called the Annamaya Kosha, I believe. It has a way of connecting to all others too.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. Beautiful.
enjoy, okay?
Yes, yes.
To hear
Mhm.
this. Take care, Sky.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Daniela, hello. And I think Daniela will be our last share for the morning.
Hi, Magali. Hi,
Hi.
everybody. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
listening. I want to share my difficulties that I sometimes have in meditation, you know, all those thoughts and sometimes going so fast. And the meditation itself was kind of fast, all those pictures. And I'm like, you know, it just works. It just gives me kind of inputs. And sometimes my head tells me, oh my God, I don't see any bird, or I don't see any tree, or where am I? And I want to go. I mean, at the beginning, I was at this beautiful beach and I did the cave before, and I was like sitting and I was like, okay, when does it go to the cave? When does it go to the cave? I want to go now. You know, I was kind of waiting, and then you led us through the nature, and I just every time when I let go of this thought, of these expectations, I have this technique where I just take myself and I just, you know, I just kind of, it's like a little baby. Yet each thought is a little baby. And I just go like, oh, you little thought, it's okay, it's okay. And I just go inside of me, I go like, it's okay, Daniela, it's okay. Just go with the flow, you know, don't worry, just look around. And if you don't see anything, don't worry. And every time, like about 5 or 6 times, I could just let go again and enter a new state again. So, and at the end,
I want to just suggest something to you to try, a little experiment. When you hear yourself say inside, when is the cave? I want to be in the cave. I think that's your intuition saying you're ready for the cave. So just go there.
Oh, okay.
Go there. Don't worry about what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, so I went to the cave finally. It's like, oh, great. And then I saw this lake in the cave, and I was looking around, and you were saying this light was there. And I was looking around and I thought, I don't see this light. I see this man with wings and, you know, shining. Is this angel? No, I want to see the light. Where's the light? And so I had to let go again of this thought, right? Of this fixation of this crystal light, whatever, you know, people sometimes have those fixed ideas, right? And so I let go of it all. And I just, all of a sudden I was like sitting on this kind of lotus flower light. I didn't have it in myself, but I was sitting on it. And all of a sudden I felt this dense whiteness below me on my lower chakras. And it felt so peaceful. It was, oh my God.
Oh, that is wonderful. And you know, also what a gift to feel the presence of that angel. Or that,
that is, I didn't interfere with it,
but that might be the star. I think I said the star, and like,
probably.
that might have been the way it presented for you.
Maybe, maybe that was the light too. Maybe I was sitting on him.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Enjoy that. How wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing. Really beautiful. Yeah. All right, guys, it's been a beautiful time with you. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day and that we meditate again together really soon. Let's go to gallery view and just say goodbye and see you soon. And it's so good to be here together. Everyone's energy makes us powerful for us. So thank you all. And whether we're looking at your name or your photograph, just know that you are being appreciated and seen. And it's just wonderful to be together. All right, take care. Have a great day, everybody.